You seem kind of passive.
Monday morning.
Yeah.
Monday.
I posted this picture on my own profile today,
Yeah.
and it was a pie graph,
Okay.
and it said, "Are you?" Well, and the whole thing was, "Are you ready for Monday?" And then like there's a blue, like it's like 7/8 of the pie chart,
Yeah.
and the answer is no. The other eighth is in yellow, and it says no, just in yellow. So you get it. So no,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
I'm not ready for Monday.
Yeah,
Mine
that
be
was,
dark blue mixed with
huh?
yellow with what, green?
So good morning to you.
Yeah.
Our morning coffee being brought to you by Dean's
I know.
Corner Diner.
Yeah. See, this on my end, I have to use the left hand.
Oh, well, it's just because for what we do here, you want the logo to face the camera. So thank you very much to Dean's Corner for supplying our morning coffee
Yeah.
in their morning coffee mug.
I think next will have to be donuts or.
Don't push your luck. Donuts? No, I don't think so.
Well, muffins,
Huh?
toast, egg sandwich.
No, it's not going to happen. That's probably not going to happen. So today we have Miranda's going to come in. Miranda Mahoney. We haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah.
She's going to talk about the mobile health team.
Yeah.
That is, and you being on public health and safety, I'm sure you know what we're talking about.
I know what you're
on
talking
that
about.
board.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is, God, my head looks huge.
Oh.
It does.
Yeah. That's what they call you, fathead.
Nobody calls me fathead, Paul. Nobody calls me fathead.
Don't you have a?
They call me fat, but they don't call me fathead.
Didn't they make one of those stick-on things on the wall for your head?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you're talking about those stick-on things
Yeah.
on the wall. They were called fatheads.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm not a fathead.
Well,
Whatever.
maybe you ought to have SNS said fatheads.
Paul is the victim, folks. Paul is the victim.
I am the victim.
The victim.
What did I tell you?
I know.
Payback's a bitch.
I know. So Paul and Fathead here in your Monday morning. So we're gonna actually start another show.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a more kind of like a podcasty thing, but it's all going to be on certain subjects. It's not going to be really on town stuff.
Yeah, which is good.
We're going to do something totally different. And our first guest, it's all going to be about, I don't want to say conspiracy theories.
Oh boy.
But it's more like it's about just like the paranormal, the unexplained, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So the first guest that we are going to, well, one of them, I shouldn't say first, but it could be. It could be. Let me see if I can find it here. His name is David, and he's from Utah.
Oh.
And we're gonna attack the old my old fun subject of time travel.
Oh Jesus!
So
Utah's got a lot of wacky stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where the all those sightings of things were taking place, and Skinwalker, and
there's a whole bunch of stuff.
They find a lot of dinosaurs there too. That's why they do a lot of dinosaur bones.
Yeah,
it's amazing how that stuff is happening, but yet they actually have dinosaur hunters.
Does that mean you're going to be going to Utah soon?
No.
Well, they're going to.
I'm just saying.
After you pet dinosaur bones, I mean.
There are dinosaur bones.
I'm talking about you.
Oh, no. I'm a dinosaur. All right.
I was waiting for you to get that.
All right.
You weren't getting it. So.
I got it.
Oh, look at that. I forgot to turn these lights on.
I got it.
Now you can see Paul.
I got you. Dinosaur bones.
Dinosaur bones.
Yeah.
So anyway, his name is David. He's from Utah.
Yep.
He was part of the military intelligence secret space program
Oh.
slash space force.
Yep.
So that's going to be one of the things, and I talked to him yesterday for a bit, and he's very interesting.
Oh.
So it's not going to be one of the shows that we do in the morning. It's going to be something totally different. So
Sure.
And it's going to be a podcast, and I'll be able to tell you where
Sure.
you can get the podcast. But you remember Joe?
Yeah, Joe. Joe
the time traveler during COVID.
Yeah. Well, hey, it was interesting for a few weeks.
For a cup of coffee, it
Yeah.
was interesting. But the funny thing was, if you go back and you watch it,
Yeah.
it's like, wait a minute, everything he said really happened. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
So
well, he said that. Did he talk about Harris?
Yes, he said Kamala Harris was going to be the vice president before Kamala Harris was even a thing.
Yeah.
Before anybody even really knew Kamala. I keep wanting. Excuse me. It's Kamala, or no?
Yeah, I know
it's not Kamala.
I know it.
The Ugandan giant.
Yeah.
That's a wrestler. But he talked about her well before anybody even knew who she was.
Yeah.
As far as on the national political scene. And we're like, no, that's not going to happen.
Right.
And come on in, Miranda. We're just talking time travel. So. Yeah, we can wear your Burger Queen crown if you'd like. You're good. So let's just let's finish this part of the conversation. So everything that he has said and has come to pass has come to pass. It's really wild. Miranda, do you remember 4 or 5 years ago when we had Joe the Time Traveler,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And it was a big joke, and everybody thought, go back and watch it.
Really?
It's like everything happened. It's like everything happened through the whole thing. And I'm like, so I kind of wonder if
Maybe he is a real time traveler.
maybe he sabotaged it because he had to break the relationship because he was getting found out. I don't know.
Who knows?
Whatever happened is that we were just mentioning that Kamala Harris, he talked about her.
Really?
Yes, he did. Before she was even part of the national scene.
Wow.
And he said, Kamala Harris is going to be your vice president. So all right. So here's one of the other things that he said before we get into what we're really going to talk about today. Is that he said Joe Biden was going to pass in office. Now, did that mean that his physical body was going to die? Or does it mean that his political career? Who knows? You can look at it, but I'm just saying, I rewatched it and stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is way too strange. So whether you think he was a time traveler or not.
He did some good research. He had to.
How did he do any research? I mean, none of it happened.
Maybe he talked to,
Well, you got to come to the mic.
maybe he talked to a swami. I don't know. Just like
Talking to Wayne Malin?
Yeah, it's like Thursdays. You've got somebody, maybe he was reading cue cards, whatever you want to call them things.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, I don't.
These are things that never even happened yet.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, anyway.
Yeah.
So let's get out of that. Hey, Miranda, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning.
It's been a while.
I know.
It's been a while since we've seen you.
Yes.
So have you taken some well-deserved vacation time this summer?
Yeah. We we go to the Cape every year, the whole fam. So that, camping, I take long weekends.
Yeah.
Make the most out of my time.
I feel bad because a lot of times I'll reach out to you and I want to ask you something, And it's like, I'm on vacation. I'm away from the shit.
When you've been with the same company for 23 years, you earn a lot of vacation time. It's lovely.
No. Hey, you work your butt off. I know. I mean, just from being like associated with you and for some time now, 7 years at least, right?
At least
7-8 years. Yeah, you work very, very hard.
Thanks.
And you've done some wonderful things. What do you think to you has been your biggest accomplishment with Griswold Pride here in town?
I think the biggest thing isn't like one specific activity that we've done. It's the integration of prevention and mental health promotion into so many different committees and organizations and groups throughout the town. So, we have the Youth Leadership Coalition at the high school, the middle school I work so closely with. And while there isn't like a Griswold Pride per se at the schools, it's the prevention aspect of it is integrated into everything. The partnership we have with the town public health and safety now and the community action team, it's just everywhere. So it's a great thing.
Yeah, it's really spiderwebbed through
Yeah.
the entire town.
And that's the point
good,
of this Drug-Free Communities grant that we got from the federal government, is to implement sustainable prevention. And how you do that is exactly what we've done here, is getting other, groups to buy into it.
Right. And now, Paul, we're going to take your co-host hat off for a minute and put on the hat of public health and safety chairman. What is your thought? I mean, how's your working relationship with not just Griswold Pride, but other organizations, within the town?
We've had some good conversations with the town where people have asked us to do stuff, and we sent a letter to the selectman's office to have things fixed as people tell us. So that's been working good.
Heart Safe Community.
Yeah. So
What was that again? Say that again.
Heart Safe Community.
That was done.
Yeah. Explain what that is. What was the initiative and what was completed?
It's a good question because I didn't really do it. It was done by Rich.
Yeah, it's the committee.
I know. But I think it was getting all the AEDs in line.
AEDs, the CPR first aid trainings, and just implementing that, building the capacity of the town to be a heart safe community. And then you get an official designation. American Ambulance was pretty integral in getting that happening for Griswold too.
And the other good thing, we did get an AED for the town garage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which they didn't ever had one. Now the only thing we're still fighting for is another AED in the town hall on the second floor, which hasn't happened yet. But we will continue to fight for that.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
And now these are things that 10 years ago would be like, what?
Mm.
Yeah.
15 years ago, what?
Yeah.
None of this would be even attempted. I don't even say thought of. I won't say attempted. Like, it's just not going to happen. So why do it?
Yeah.
So these are really, really cool things that are being implemented. So
I just hope that in the future, as we do these trainings, like you did one on suicide, it was very disappointing because
you're talking about the QPR?
QPR, yeah.
Yeah. And
well, it was disappointing attendance wise, but I was really happy that the three of us who did attend we're key stakeholders that can spread the message. So and we can advocate for other groups to take this training and the importance of it, because I think it's like how you market stuff, right? So you want to come to a suicide prevention training, who wants to do that, right? So how can we market this training, which to be really what it is? And it's not just like suicide prevention, it's just it's an open dialogue too on mental health promotion. So
it's just unfortunate nobody showed up, but it was good. It kind of surprised me at some of the things that were said. So
okay,
yeah.
What are some other things before we get into the mobile health team? But because I don't know if people realize just how much you guys have done.
Right. I mean, we've with the coalition, you have 12 sectors of the community covered, right? So we have partners everywhere, and the whole point is we want to bring as many resources as possible to our community. So we have Matt's Mission, and we UCFS, and there's so many different parameters to what we do. So
CRAC.
Yeah, CRAC. So we're really got a whole continuum of care going. So
Right.
harm reduction, we have treatment, we have prevention, we have the full continuum of care of services. So we're fortunate here in Griswold with so many resources.
Has the curve kind of changed, instead of more in harm reduction as opposed to prevention?
Right now, there's a big push for harm reduction, especially with the opioid settlement dollars that all the towns are receiving. It's prevention is a long-term solution to the opioid crisis, and while we can throw we can throw resources and services at it, and we need to. The immediate response right now is in harm reduction. It's keeping people alive so we can get them on the right path. So, yeah.
But I mean, there's always been available treatment centers for alcoholism.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but what about opioids? I mean, has there ever been? I mean, is there?
Oh, yeah.
Any centers like locally that are just they just deal with that?
Pretty much, yes. Statewide, Demas has a 24-hour access line that you can call, and basically the person seeking services has to be the one to call and say they're ready for treatment, and it's a real-time bed availability. So they would start at a detox facility, complete that, then they would get moved to an inpatient facility, probably a 28-day program, and then they can work their way down through the treatment program depending on insurance and readiness and all that stuff.
So Demas doesn't have like their own building, where they do everything?
Demas has contracts with other organizations for all of their programming. So for starting at detox to the inpatient programs, then you have intention and IOP programs, intensive outpatient programs. That's what I was looking for. So there's so many different levels of care to step down from, and eventually, then you're in recovery. There's sober housing. And Demas is the state contractor, the state department that controls these, but there's also private, detox and treatment centers as well.
Like a Stonington Institute, you would.
Yeah, and some of these places have to keep so many beds open for the state people.
Oh, okay, all right,
yeah.
all right.
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Paul, do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay, great.
I'm listening.
He's learning.
I am too. I learn something new every time you come in. So, where the hell you been? It's been a long time. Jesus. So let's get into some stuff that you put out just last week.
Yeah. So tomorrow will be the first day, but we have partnered with the Uncas Health District, who are fantastic, and their mobile health team. So mobile health team will be visiting Griswold now every Tuesday from 2 to 3. They will be behind the Griswold Town Hall in the lower parking lot. We are using our town's opioid settlement funds to implement this and to partner. It's a 1-year contract with Uncas Health District.
Yep.
This comes in response to the loss of our syringe service program, and not ours, but we had a partner.
Just so you know, I have this on the screen for people to see.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, so we had perception programs, mobile syringe services coming to Jewett City once a week. And unfortunately, they lost the contract for that. And the new provider out of New London was only servicing up through Norwich. So we were kind of they stopped there. We don't meet the Northeast regional requirement. So we're kind of like in this bubble of uncertainty, like how are we going to get these services back? And the mobile health team offers the syringe services. But I think the really cool thing is that we're filling a gap that we did, that we were facing, that, and we're bridging that. But they offer so many other services on this mobile health van. So it's really a good resource for our community and a really good, fiscally, just right decision for the opioid settlement dollars, because not only are we focusing on harm reduction and syringe services, but it's really the overall wellness of our community.
Yeah. I've looked at the flyer and I'm just going to read off some things.
Yeah.
You can see it on the screen right now. So when you think of like a mobile health team or what you're talking about, like as associated with Griswold Pride, what do you think of? You think of opioid abuse and
Right.
harm reduction and that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But this goes just like you said, well past that.
Yeah.
Big
You
time.
know,
Yeah.
Flu vaccines, blood pressure screenings,
Hmm.
lead poisoning prevention, hepatitis C and HIV testing. I mean, it goes on and on and on. It's a little mobile clinic. I mean, it's kind of it's kind of like the triage where you go to the damn doctor.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
this is what I got, and
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think so we had Emily Alves is the RN that runs the mobile health team. She's fantastic. And we've had her present on the program to our coalition. So we were able to ask questions and everything because we wanted to really make sure that this was a good fit for us before we went and advocated for the use of the settlement dollars on this. And what really stuck out to me was that, somebody could go in there for maybe just like a simple, I need my, my blood pressure taken.
Right.
And then because it's not a medical environment, it's a mobile health van, it opens the door for conversations, and they feel comfortable to her opening up. Maybe they're food insecure, maybe they're housing insecure. And there's so many different other connections to care that Emily can offer through this program. So that was really, stuck out to me too, that it's a warm handoff to other connections to care and other services.
Yeah. I noticed they're only here for like an hour.
Yeah.
That's the other issue. Now, there's a lot of things on there that they're willing to take care of, but what if there's a whole bunch of people? Do you got to make an appointment? I mean, how do you wait in line?
Right. I mean, I don't think they'll turn anybody away. I know, and I think if you call them, they will make sure. I don't think it is a drop-in clinic. You're not gonna. You don't need an appointment. It's open to the public, so anybody walk-ins welcome. It's free, so maybe there could be a line the first day if word gets out like that. I don't know. We'll see. See.
So if that happens, I guess
If that happens, then we advocate for more services.
More services, okay,
Yeah.
or longer visits.
Yep.
That's excellent. So it's every Tuesday. So tomorrow.
Yeah, starting tomorrow
From 2 to 3, and that's going to be in the lower parking lot behind
the town hall. Correct.
Yeah.
It's a good clearing too, so there's plenty of space.
Right, because we're
so-
like, maybe we should make it more visible on Main Street, but she's like, I need the space, so no. So that's where it's going to be for now. If it's not working out, we can change it. Nothing, we're fluid like that. So
I'm just looking at I'm just looking at the list of other things too that I would tick removal.
I know
Yeah.
it. How do you get? A lot of times people get a tick in a spot they can't get at. If you got nobody to help you, where do you go?
And then they'll send it out for testing too, I believe, too.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
That's what it says. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
To see if there's like if that tick is infected with Lyme.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Lyme, is it Lyme?
Yeah.
Okay. Wanted to make sure I had the right one.
There's lots of them, but Lyme's the big one.
No, it's orange. Oh, sorry.
Oh my God.
Dad joke.
Boom. Paul Lash, he's here every day. By the veal. So you can also see these, like you can go to the Griswold Pride's page at griswoldpride.org to what we're just talking about, and I'm assuming it's also on Uncas Health.
Yeah,
Uncas Health.
Yep. They
HD.
actually, if you go to Uncas Health website, they have a calendar of the van, the mobile health van, and where they're going to be daily, so you can see that too. So maybe if you can't make the Griswold one, you can pop into another event.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that's nice to know that that's available to the community.
Right. They also, I believe, they do they set up at the mobile food distributions through United Way as well. So I'm not sure if it's every location, but I believe they do that as well. So,
wow.
But I'm sure you can see that on UncasHD.org, as well. And you've placed flyers all over the place, about what this is all about.
Right. We're excited to see how it turns out.
I mean, like Paul, how many times, like maybe through your life or whatever, have you said, I need to go to a doctor. I need to see somebody, or whatever, and you can't get in. You can't get in anywhere. Oh, it's Tuesday. Oh, well, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
this is available to you, and it doesn't. You don't have to whip out your insurance card or go through that kind of stuff.
The
It's just there
biggest
for you.
problem today with people wanting to go to a doctor is they're not accepting new patients.
Mhm.
That's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
So if you can go, at least to get your blood pressure checked and
Mhm.
anything else that's on that list.
Therapists as well.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
mental health. I
Yeah.
mean, that's another thing.
Long
you
waiting
call,
lists. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you can't get in.
No, you
You
can't.
know, so
Right.
that is tough stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so there was something else here. So let's. This is also the mobile health team. This is the other flyer that you.
Oh, this,
you'd-
yes.
The syringe service resources.
Right. So we did want to make sure that the people that were using the syringe van were not, were aware that this mobile health van will be, include
Yeah.
the syringe service program. So Narcan, fentanyl testing strips, xylazine testing strips. So
Xylazine. Now that's the stuff that people get at Tractor Supply, right?
Yeah. It's pretty much in a lot of the illegal illicit drug market right now, and is that
the new thing?
It's
Xylazine?
the new, yeah, and it's been we've been talking about it for a few
Yes.
years now.
Yeah.
But and now that it was kind of like at first being like, oh, it was a cutting agent. Now it's the standard, I think, practice, because now people like the dual substance users like the dual effects of the fentanyl with the xylazine, and it's it's always going to be something, whether it's xylazine or whether it's the next chemical, down the road. Maybe the time traveler can let us in on that too. I don't know. But, it's always going to be, there's always going to be another substance. So like what we say is like, we don't like to treat the substance. We want to treat the disease of it. So.
Peggy says, thank you for meeting people they are at.
Exactly. And that's like, think where they're at in their substance use disorder, or where they're at literally locally, like a mobile health team. That's huge, because now syringe service people, they were going to have to go out of town. They're not going to do that, So now we're bringing that back to them.
Do they even have the ability to travel out of town? Some of these folks?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
So having the mobile health team, huge asset.
Yeah.
That is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since we're talking about this, what's next? I mean, see, what happens is that every time, we have Miranda on, there's always something else. And it's like,
yes,
you seem to have all the bases covered.
Yeah, so we think we do, and then something gets pulled back. So for instance, public Narcan boxes.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you.
I didn't know if you wanted to go
I'll
there.
go there.
So, okay, all right. I'm good with it. I just wanted to make sure.
I'll go there. So again, Uncas Health District, we partner with them. Once Narcan was deemed over the counter, there was a big push to get it out into the community, communities. We partnered with Uncas Health District, installed 24-hour public access outdoor Narcan boxes. They were widely successful for the 2 months that they were stocked. Kathy from Matt's Mission and we were restocking them every few days. Not fully, but 2 or 3 at a time were being taken.
The one outside this building
I know.
She was constantly.
I know. And it wasn't like somebody was going and taking the whole thing. Like we knew they were just being taken as needed. Right. So it's unfortunate, but the State Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services had concerns that they weren't temperature controlled. So with Uncas Health District and Ledgelight Health District, we kind of said, well, we understand while there's an ideal temperature to store Narcan, it can withstand these extreme temperatures from here to here. We'll monitor our cabinets. If there is going to be an extreme temperature, we can remove the Narcan. We're right here. They weren't happy with that. So basically, they sent all of us the statutes, the mandates for public access Narcan, and they're very old and outdated. So we are working now to kind of educate some our policymakers, our lawmakers on updating this to relevant language that is reflective of the need and the want for public access Narcan. We're the only state that's doing public access Narcan that has these state mandates. The boxes are all over the country. We work diligently with the vendor of these boxes before we push for the town to install them. Obviously, we did our homework. So it's just some old and outdated language. Not only are they wanting the boxes to be temperature controlled, they want them to have an alarm to alert EMS. Kind of pointless because
Why?
Why?
Well,
Who would access Narcan if it's going to be sound an alarm that, an alert that it was taken?
Mhm.
It is just old, outdated language.
What if I went in there because I have a friend, perhaps, that uses?
Right.
Is it going to sound because I go in the box and pick one out,
Right.
take one, just in case something happens with a
Right.
friend or a relative?
It would, those mandates completely reverse exactly what these public access boxes are, the purpose of them is for. And the other thing, the temperature controlled ones, the boxes we have are $300. The temperature controlled ones are about $4,000 or $5,000, and you got to
Who the
run
hell's
electricity
gonna buy
to them.
if they were stored in a freaking drugstore, the heat in the drugstore goes
Right.
up and down like a yo-yo.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be warm.
Yeah.
What the hell's the difference? They're probably on a shelf.
So here we are. It was, like I said, it was hugely successful. It's very disappointing. We do have our federal legislators willing to go to bat for us. We've met with Rep. Courtney. We've met with Senator Murphy and the aides. So we have the backing. It's just we got to get the state mandates updated, and that's not a Griswold Pride initiative. This is going to be a statewide thing. We have CRAC and all of the people in the prevention world and the public health districts are on board to start working on this to get that updated.
That doesn't surprise me because legislatures have no common sense on any issue. Think about all the issues we got going on. Half of them are legislative reasons why we got those issues.
What if somebody needs Narcan?
So in the meantime, call me, call Kathy, message us on socials, whatever you need, and we will make sure you get Narcan.
But where I was going with the question is that let's say they're very used to going to the box or one of the distribution boxes that are around, and now all of a sudden they're not there. Now
the boxes all have flyers. So if somebody goes there looking for it, in an emergency, it's not going to help you. Unfortunately, that's the times we're living in right now. But it has flyers with our numbers on who to contact to get the Narcan.
What I was thinking is this now a state lawsuit with somebody because they're used to getting it,
right.
and now they can't because of language.
Right.
Not on you guys.
Right.
Or Demas, or maybe that is Demas. I don't know.
Demas or department? No. I don't know if it's DCP. I'm not
more
even
like
sure.
Not you, not Uncas Health, not UCFS.
Yeah,
and, that kind of Matt's Mission.
I mean, they can go in a pharmacy at any time and buy it now, but now you got to buy it.
It's pretty expensive.
Yeah, it's $45.
Do they think that's gonna curb people?
I don't. Well, now that it's over the counter, it's $45. I think insurance would pay for it if you have it. I don't know.
Yeah, but if you're getting for somebody else, why would your insurance pay for somebody else?
Right.
Exactly.
So, it's unfortunate because a lot of people probably wouldn't contact you. They didn't know you.
I mean, I feel like the first week that it was installed, this box, I think 8 went out. And in total, I want to say 40 or so went out there. UCFS had 12 go out, and their box was only installed for maybe a month, if that. And the town hall was only installed for a week or so. And I had to restock that. So I think 5 to 8 went out of the town hall. So in total, I'd say over probably 60 Narcans in the 2 months.
Location.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to go way out there when they're right here in downtown.
But
Right.
I mean, UCFS was a huge win for us. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a behavioral healthcare center. And medical, dental, they do everything,
Sure. Yeah.
you know, and they can, again, they have it saying, go and see they can contact the the medication assisted treatment program clinicians to get their Narcan. It's just, and originally we're like, oh no, all right, so we can't use, Demas doesn't want us using their Narcan in these boxes. We'll just pull that Narcan out. We can purchase our own Narcan, which we've done, and we'll stock the boxes. And that's what Uncas was planning on doing. And then they sent those statutes with the alarm and we're like, what is this?
Yeah. How about this band? Will they have Narcan?
Yes, they'll have Narcan.
So you'd be able to get it there.
Yep, you can get it there. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a limit?
Of how many?
Yeah, like if somebody comes in and says, I need 6.
It wouldn't phase me.
Yeah.
Get it out there.
Because
Sure.
I think people, that ask for it have a need.
Yeah.
Whether it's for them or
Absolutely.
somebody close to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
And
I would
sometimes it
think,
takes
yeah.
more than one. So, if you have to use it. So, yeah.
So here's a question. You're talking about climate, the box or the state says the boxes need to be climate controlled.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, what does it do to the Narcan? Does it just make it ineffective?
There's a chance it could make it ineffective.
Okay.
So, and I think that's what their concern was, but I don't know. I mean, for us, we don't, once we give the Narcan out, we don't know where these people are storing it anyway. Like, so,
Right.
and it's better, it's better than nothing, if it can potentially save
It's not going to
somebody's
hurt
life.
anybody.
It's not going to hurt anybody. No.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people aren't going to put it in their refrigerator.
Yeah.
Right. But what I'm saying is that people get it to prevent something from happening.
Right.
Mhm.
Correct?
A lot of people probably keep it in the glove compartment of the car.
I do, and I know it's not the best
Yeah.
place, but I know that's the place that I'm going to have access to it when I need it.
Sure.
I don't have it on me at all times, but I'm always around my car.
I would much rather have it available.
Yeah.
For whatever. I mean, whatever temperature. I
Right.
would rather have a shot instead of not
No
being
shot.
able to get it at all.
Right.
Because of the state says, it's got to be temperature
Yeah.
controlled
Right.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's
I don't
very
know if
frustrating.
that doesn't make any sense.
Not to me either. No, it was very frustrating.
It's kind of like open up the sour cream. Seems good. It's past the expiration date. Let's go, right? And that's a really bad analogy. I'm so sorry.
Sour cream will probably hurt you more than the Narcan
I
would.
know. I like sour cream. Peggy says law enforcement carries it.
Yes.
And
Our first
how
responders.
are those stored? She said, and she said this is not being snarky.
Right.
It's
No.
just-
And we've had that conversation. Law enforcement carries it. All of our fire departments carry it. I mean, we don't have control over where they store it. I don't know,
Right.
It's most likely in their cars,
Most
their
likely.
vehicles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Michael has walked in just out of freaking nowhere. So yeah, that's a good question, Peggy. Really.
Yeah.
Where I bet you they're putting it in the glove box.
Yeah.
How hot is it in there?
Yeah. Well, a lot of the police cars have.
It's not a bad thing. I'm
I
not.
know, but
It's
a lot,
just
of, a lot of the police cars have these boxes in the back with all their tools and
Mm-hmm.
bags and everything they need. So it's probably stored in there somewhere, which is probably hot as hell because we all know how cars get during the summertime.
Right.
yeah.
So can't leave your dog or cat in there, or your kid.
No,
But
they do.
I know. Yeah.
They do. People leave their dogs and their kids in their car,
Yeah.
and that's. I just want to grab people by the gullet
Yeah.
when that happens.
Well, the new cars now have a buzzer to let you know. If you put something in the back seat when you get out, it gives you an alarm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add to what's going on with Griswold Pro? What's next? I mean, every
What's
time,
next? I don't know.
every single time, you think, what else
I don't know.
could you guys do, or what's the possibility? And you always come out with something.
Yeah.
There's always something.
Well, that's the purpose. Gotta any emerging trends we'll tackle, Vaping,
Yeah.
I guess that's a big thing. Trying
Especially
to
with
tackle
young
Yeah.
kids.
that. Yeah. just tackling that. Hopefully get some stuff going more, but it's always something.
Which when I was a teenager, the biggest thing was probably adult drinking
Hmm.
or teenage drinking.
Yeah,
And
that's like
stuff
way
that.
down.
Yeah, it's like not even a
No.
Even in adults.
what? No, I'm just talking about growing up.
Yeah, but
You know.
now I think a lot of people are cutting back on
Oh,
drinking.
yeah.
Look how many celebrities now, rock band, people like that have been drinking and doing
Mhm.
drugs for years.
Yeah, the trends of alcohol have
They're kind of
decreased
like,
a lot.
I've been sober for 2 years, 3 years, so a lot of them are cutting back on that stuff.
Mhm.
Look at Keith Richards, man.
Yeah.
He's pickled
Well,
completely. You know who Keith Richards is from the Rolling
Yeah.
Stones? What he goes to Denmark or something like every 2 years or every year and gets a blood transfusion. He gets an oil change
Oh my
every year because I don't know. I know that, and then they'll come when they come out and they do their first song after their first song, and I've told this story a lot, but he'll just how they say hey everybody, welcome to our show, and he'll say it's good to be here. Matter of fact, it's good to be anywhere because he's kind of lived against the odds.
well,
When it comes time to being paws up, you think it would be him.
I mean, look at Ozzy, same thing.
I know.
Yeah.
He's suffering now. He's hurt.
Yeah.
He's a hurting
But
pup.
I think it's more dementia.
No, he's got some kind of it's another disease he has.
Or is Sharon Osbourne have dementia?
Who? Cher? I haven't heard
Sharon Osbourne, Ozzy's wife.
that. I haven't heard that.
No? Okay.
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's anybody. Doesn't
Ra-
make what your age is.
what?
Nothing.
Um,
Some people forget.
I look at the screen and I
Get
realize
confused
again,
easy.
my head is absolutely
Big.
freaking huge.
I told you it was a
It
fat head.
really is.
Yeah.
It is absolutely.
I called him fathead this morning and he's complaining.
No, I'm looking. I'm thinking, my God, that's behemoth.
It's scary, ain't it?
God, I wonder what the size of my pillow is at home. You know what I mean? So anyway,
They don't make them that big.
Rachel says Keith Richards sleeps in a formaldehyde tank at night. Who knows? Who knows?
God.
Anyway, all right. Well, thank you as always for coming on
Thank
in.
you.
And always great stuff with Griswold Pride. So
Thank you.
it's good to hear. Paul, do you have anything else?
No.
As part of the show or Griswold Public Health and Safety?
Well, I think we want to get some more programs going in the fall, I should say.
Mhm.
I heard one, I don't know, maybe you're aware of it. Stop the Bleed. That's something new, I think, that they're doing. It's probably been around, but I've never been around here that often. So it's supplying tourniquets to teaching people how to use that.
Yeah.
So I got to talk to
that would be
Yeah.
that would be excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Griswoldpride.org, the partnership to reduce the influence of drugs for everyone.
You got it.
PRIDE.
Yeah. So,
Oh, DARE. That's what I want to ask. Are we still doing or no?
No, Dare. I mean, I'm not speaking ill of Dare. It's just
Right.
not in our capacity to do that. We don't have, a town police force that can do that.
Yeah.
So
One more comment before you go. Let's see, Donna. Hey, Donna.
I don't know.
Saw Donna last night at Dodge Stadium as a part of Reason to Ride.
oh,
Speaking on the size of my huge head, he goes, "It's the headphones, Mike." No, I have a huge head, Donna. And he says, "Great job, Miranda."
yeah.
Thank you.
Just before you go, is there going to be another drug take back day?
Yes, it's the last Saturday in October.
Oh, okay. So that's not that far
They
away.
just announced it.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
see, October 26th.
Yeah.
And we switched it over to the senior center in April.
Yeah, why was that? If you don't
There
mind
was
me
an
asking.
event at the town hall,
Oh, okay.
and it worked out really well. It's
Okay.
a very big drive,
that
large drive.
loop where people just drive
It
in,
worked.
yeah.
It was very convenient. It didn't alter our collection amount or the amount of vehicles that
Okay.
visited us. So I think we'll probably stick with that because it worked out very well.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good. And that's a national event, which
That's the
I don't think
national
people
event.
realize that's a
Right.
That's a
There's
thing
no playing with
nationwide.
there's no playing with the date on that. It's a national
Yeah.
event.
All right, Paul, you and I will be back. You and me and my large head. We'll be back in a minute. Miranda, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Miranda from Griswold Pride. We'll be back in a minute right here on SNSN.
Better it burns.
Much better.
So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns.
You buy better, it burns, you buy better.
The Burns Agency is a full-service organization with insurance products ranging from business owner policy needs to personal insurance like home, auto, and umbrella. Some companies can make that a one-stop shop. That's why we value partnering with insurance companies like Arbella Insurance. Like us, they offer a range of insurance coverage for our valued clients. Having your most valuable assets covered by a single insurance carrier, serviced by a local agent, is priceless. The Burns Agency proudly partners with Arbella to bring you insurance coverage at competitive pricing. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Buy better,
Better it burns.
much better.
So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns.
You buy better, it burns, you buy
Has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
City Savings Bank's commitment to helping local businesses fuel growth was recognized by the Small Business Administration and readers of the Commercial Record. We invite you to put our winning commercial lending team to work for your business. Because when local businesses succeed, we all win. To learn more, visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, zero tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they gonna know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Dentist. In a word, yes. Especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
I had to turn Paul's microphone off because he's discussing personal business right now. Well, you were. I didn't want your personal crap to be on all over the place.
Okay. Appreciate that.
You know?
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Jesus,
Mr.
I'm trying to be nice to you. And
Thank you, FH.
Fathead.
No, I said FH.
He's all over it today. Come on in, birthday boy.
I just said FH. Your birthday?
It was.
Oh, we missed it. Happy birthday.
Well, we missed it because he was on vacation. I was in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire?
Yeah, New Hampshire. So, yeah, he's 62.
61.
Boy, they go fast.
Holy
don't
crap.
They go fast. Pretty soon we'll be doing, pretty soon we'll all be doing the show. We'll all take our teeth out, put it down and go, how you doing, Mike? Yeah.
But you can do that now.
Well, no, I can't because that's not a public piece of information.
But you're talking about doing it. So
I said later on in life.
You're ahead of the game.
Later on in life. I'm a trendsetter
There you go.
from New Hampshire. Let's just tell everybody. Come here, I'll gum you. Oh, let's see. Did you have a good time?
Oh, New Hampshire. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So much fun. Yep. Anytime I spend time with my granddaughters and my kids.
Bruce says happy birthday.
Bruce. Oh, Bruce. Oh,
Bruce, I believe that's the Bruce we are familiar with. Or
cool.
last name starts with an R?
Nope. Thank
No?
you, Bruce, anyways.
Okay. Well, hey. Okay, that's not the same Bruce.
No.
Or is it the Bruce I know?
Oh, maybe.
That I call. All right, if this is the Bruce. All right, Bruce. Who's the gentleman that sits next to me that I can't get his name right?
He's gonna text you that.
I know who he is. I know. Ah, he says, "See you tonight." So, all right. So here's a little story before we kind of call it quits for the show today. And I really think this is funny. I do. So maybe you won't, but I'm gonna. I've been really. It's been nice to. We have a good time at Dodge Stadium for the games. I've become a really big fan of the Sea Unicorns and everything. And it's funny because people say to me, well, don't you own the company? Why are you running a camera? I'm part of the team. It's just the way that it is.
Yeah, fill in when you need it.
Exactly. Speaking of Phil, you'll hear what I mean.
Phil?
Fill in, you said.
Oh, okay.
So anyway. Oh, yeah, and Bruce will be wearing the same damn shirt tonight. So it's been really fun to have the same people sitting around me, every game. And you get to know them a little bit, and they're fun. They're just really, I said, they're my OGs. They're the gangsters. They're right there. You've got Bruce and his daughter Carrie. You've got John. There's another John, and I don't know if it's his wife or girlfriend, Linda. Either way, she's lovely, and they come to the games, and I guess they're bringing a group with them tonight because the playoffs start tonight. Tonight's the playoffs, and then there's a guy over to my left, and all summer long, I've been calling him Walt.
Oh no,
because I thought that was his name,
and he just let you call
and
him Walt.
not just him, the whole group. The whole group, they never said a damn word. So there was a lady that had come to a couple of games, that sat near us because her son is on the Norwich Sea Unicorns. He's a pitcher. And I said, I was introducing, I said, hey, by the way, this is Walt. I even took a picture of him with me and did a selfie, put it on my Facebook story and said, Walt's the man.
Whoa.
His name is Phil.
Maybe he goes by Walt. I don't
know.
Maybe it's his middle name.
No. No. And everybody in that group
listened to you call him Walt and never said anything.
They never said anything. They just said, let's let it happen.
Well.
And finally I said, Your name's not Walt? No. And I believe it was John. And it says, no, I believe it was Bruce that said, his name is Phil. I'm like, oh crap.
Well, Phil's a really nice guy for letting you call him Walt all this time.
He looked like a Walt. I don't know why I called him Walt. I thought I could have sworn that I heard somebody call him Walt. And you hear things sometimes. It could have been like an off conversation somewhere else. Yeah. Walt isn't Walt.
I have an excuse though.
Huh?
I have an excuse. I'm terrible at remembering names, so you don't. So there's something there.
Bruce says that was so funny. It was. Actually, first I'm like, I'm really embarrassed, but then I'm like, that's funny shit. Rachel says, definitely a sign of age. Oh, Bruce, wait till you see what I'm gonna show you tonight. Wait and see. I'm going to bring something to show you.
I don't know.
Big H side effect.
Sure.
I'd be a little bit nervous about him showing.
No.
It's a family show.
So, unicorns tonight. Start the playoffs.
What time?
It is tonight. 6:30 is the game.
Yep.
I probably won't get there till 5:15 myself
Well,
personally.
hopefully the heat will die down.
Huh?
Must be pretty warm
Oh, it's
today.
supposed to be in the 90s.
Yeah, last
Yeah,
day
it's
of it.
supposed to be in
Which
the
will make a
90s.
nice night when the sun goes down.
Yeah.
A nice, comfortable night
Yeah.
when the sun goes down.
So they play tonight against Vermont, the Lake Monsters.
Oh.
So there's the top 4 teams.
Oh.
So the Sea Unicorns, they won the regular season championship, right? So they were in first place when it's all said and done. So they take 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's for the overall just championship. So we play Vermont tonight. And for game 1, tomorrow will be game 2 in Vermont. And if they split, they'll come back for game 3.
Gotcha.
So
it's 2 out of 3.
Yes. And then there are 2 other teams that are doing 2 out of 3.
Yep.
And so
What's the big one? 3 out of 5?
No, still 2 out of
Still
3.
3.
But it's going to depend a lot on the weather.
Gotcha.
Because of the tropical storm that's coming up.
Yeah, I heard it could miss us. So,
well, let's hope.
Yeah,
let's hope. I don't need my basement flooding.
No.
Actually, it's been really good, so I haven't worried about it ever since I got that new garage door. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they did on the street.
Something in the sump pump or something. I don't know.
No.
Oh, as far as running,
the town came and took away a lot of brush that was, on the side of the house, and all of a sudden. But ever since then, we've had some pretty heavy downpours.
Yeah, we've had a couple of inch and a half rain.
I haven't had any problem.
Well,
I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know what happened.
Maybe it's the new fence.
No, it was well before that. Well before that. Yeah, I wonder who made. You know anybody can do a fence?
No, not really.
Might just put up a fence for us. All right, that's going to do it for us today here on SNSN. Don't forget on YouTube tonight. Well, before we get there, I want to go ahead and make sure that I do mention these fine businesses that do support us and give us the ability to do the games at Dodd Stadium. You know, of course, the Burns Agency, which we talk about. They're on the board here, and we're here in the Burns Agency studios here in Jewett City. Has arrived. Strain Family Motors. There they are. Which we now have the SNSN Strain Family Motors mobile. It has an appointment to get wrapped finally. And that's coming up. And we'll be able to go ahead and drive around just like we had the other one. We had 2 others. This is the 3rd. So looking forward to that. And thank you to Strain Family Motors for everything that you did make that possible. So Dean's Corner Diner, check them out. 860-376-9141. Find them on DoorDash. Find them on Facebook. And, of course, Rubino's Full Circle Restaurant on Route 138 in Griswold. Check out their Facebook page. They have entertainment there listed as well. So it's really good stuff. If you their burgers are delicious. I don't know if you've had any of their burgers yet, but they're second to none. Capital Property Group, LLC, in the beautiful town of Jewett City. Well, the borough of Jewett City in the town of Griswold. So Capital Property Group, LLC, and P7 Construction, LLC as well. So that's going to do it. Thanks, guys, for supporting us here at SNSN.
In the Paragon Building.
In the Paragon Building here at the Burns Agency Studios. So get the hell out of here.
Don't forget to go to sportsnet.com, click on FH.com, and get your picture of SNSN's head on your wall.
What the hell are you talking about? I wonder if they have dementia testing at this thing. We can bring Paul.
That one for a while.
1995. Get your picture of
This is my friend Little Paul. He has a problem. Can you test him?
Put a mic on your wall.
Put a mic on your wall.
Why would you want to do that to anybody?
Mic on your wall.
Why would you want to do that to anybody? Nobody wants this on their wall. So,
Who said we're going to put it on their wall?
all right, we're out of here. Have a good day, everyone.